All right, everybody. So welcome to the third part of the Supreme Beginner Guide. Thank you for watching the first two episodes. In the first one, we have been talking about, we have done a general overview or like a big introduction on what Tarkov is not, and some basics on like creating the character, choosing your voice and so on. Nothing very, very important except the intro. The intro, in my opinion, it was very long, but in my opinion, it was necessary. In the second episode, we have done an overview of the main menu, checking every single very important aspects. I would say the most important aspects of the main menu in a ski from Tarkov. Now in the third episode, I've done a poll on YouTube asking people, should we do traders, should we do stash management, and or just a third variant, just surprise me, you know. And the majority of the guys were like, bro, I have no idea, surprise me with your video. So in this third episode, we are going to be talking about the stash management. I think we need to take it in a certain order, because if not, then we are all over the place and certain things will not make sense for you. So I could have done traders or stash management, but let's do stash management, and then we're going to go to traders. We are still in that phase where we have not jumped into the raids yet, so you gotta be patient. It takes a bit of time. This is a very complex game. Like someone said in one of the video, in the previous video, this is going to take maybe 50 episodes or so. Maybe not 50, but to explain the basics, some things are very, very necessary. And like I said, I really want to help those guys who are coming into the game and they're helpless. You know, they have no idea what item to keep, what is important, how should I play my first raid, how should I arrange my stash, and so on. Yeah, so let's dive directly into our topic, which is going to be stash management. Alright, so this means that if you go to your character, on the right side, you have, depending on what version of the game you have, you got a lot of space or your space is limited. Now, let's start from the beginning. What I would do, there is an option here to rearrange. You see, are you sure you want to automatically sort the content? I'm going to press no. I don't want the game to do that for me, because I have my own game, more efficient way, in my opinion, on how to do that. So let's dive first into a very important aspect, and that is, which version of the game do you have? Do you have a standard account, or do you have EOD, or a version with a lot more space than a standard version? Because if you are going to be having the standard version only, then hands down, your only problem or your main problem, it's going to be space. Especially if you, let me give you just a small example, especially if you play with friends. If your friends are already ready to go and you still need to dump stuff that you have on you because you somehow have to do tetrics in your stash, then that's a problem. You know, the guys can wait you for 1, 2, 3 times, but if that happens all the time, your friends will tell you, hey, bro, listen, we're going to go for a raid. You do your thing, you know. So you need to be careful with that, because that could be a reason where you can lose teammates, yeah, or they will lose you. They will get rid of you, okay? So if you have a standard account, your main issue at the beginning, especially at the beginning, is going to be space. So you have two options there. You work on your hideout to increase your stash size, or if you have some spare money, if you have a decent budget, then what you can do is you can upgrade your version. It's not necessary. It's welcome though. It's your call, yeah? I personally take it as a challenge. I did a hardcore account on a hardcore adventure, Tarkov adventure, on a standard account, and I can tell you, based on my experience, my main problem was hands down the stash. Yeah, but I took it as a challenge and I worked on my hideout to increase the stash size, and after I increased it 2 times or so, it was manageable. If not, prepare to suffer. But we can make that a bit tolerable for you, in the sense that I'm going to provide you some tools and I'm going to give you some tips on how to do that efficiently. So if you have a standard account, or if you have things that you are not going to be using, and I totally understand that if you're at the beginning and you have no idea what to use and what not, but I'm going to give you some hints. then start selling. So that's why I kept these things here above. You see them. All these things are going to be sold, but I'm going to do that in the next episode when we're going to be talking about traders. I just wanted to show them to you. Now, let's begin with how to do the stash arrangement or the stash management. What I normally do, what I always do is I arrange the things starting from the bottom. Why? Because this is the area that you are going to be seeing the least, and this is the area that you are going to be seeing the most. Your friends are going to see it if you're a streamer, small streamer, big streamer as well. Yeah, everyone is going to see this area. This area needs to be empty if possible, because of what you see, and then there are other reasons. And this area should have the most important things if you want to jump quickly into raids. Yeah, like in the future, you're going to see me here saving meds into a case. Then here, I'm going to have my keys. I'm going to have my ammo here. And then underneath, I'm going to have mags and ammo. Yeah, because these things are like click, click, click. And I'm ready for a raid, yeah? And then down below, I have body armors, armored vests, backpacks. I have my junk box with a lot of items. And I have spare cases with things, yeah? But you should keep this area here empty. Because another reason, yeah, we mentioned the first one, it needs to be empty because of maybe you're a streamer, maybe your friends are watching and so on. You're explaining, things. The other reason is, let's just say you come out of the raid and you have multiple things on you. Yeah, and you want to sell those things fast. So what you do is control click and you drop these things here. Yeah, very, very visible on top there. And you're like, okay, let me go to the trader and I'm going to sell them. And that's that. You know what I mean? But if this area is crowded with junk, and then you somewhere here see your bottles and your items that you have brought, then you have to do a lot of scrolling. And did I bring this? Did I, it's going to be a lot of confusion. So keep this area above very, very clean. Now, I'm going to repeat again. I don't have it clean because I'm keeping this with a purpose. I want to show you the traders. Which trader should you favorize? Should I go with this one? Should I sell to this one? Should I buy from him? Which one should I level up first? Because it's a bit complicated, yeah? So that's what you should do. You should keep this area full with things which you are not going to be using, and body armors, helmets, headsets, and so on. And then above, you should have an empty space. Here your ammo, here somewhere your meds, to be able to quickly grab 2-3 meds. And my guys are waiting for me. I'm gonna go for the raid, yeah? And then here's some ammo, pistols, mags. And if in the future you're going to be having cases, you will be able to put those in cases. Now, if you don't have a lot of space, what you can do is you can do this as well, and you can limit the amount of space a weapon takes. Yeah, it's not a lot, but if you take the pistol grip out and sell the mags, these mags are very, very cheap. This ammo is trash. Yeah, if you sell them, then look at that. You made yourself a lot of space all of a sudden. By the way, you can do this by opening and then control click. Should be working. Let me check. Control click. Yeah, exactly. It works. I did not press control. So if you press control click and control click here, you're going to take them on you. Yeah, and there you go. You have them. And then, like I said, I'm going to sell the mags because these mags are very, very cheap and the ammo is actually trash. I can save the ammo. If you want, you can save the ammo like here, like so. And then you have spared yourself some slots. You know what I mean? Okay, so I think it's clear there, right? The weapons can be done like this, and then you can have a lot of space. You can even do this if you have attachments. I don't have attachments right now because this is a fresh account, but let's just say you are not going to be using the carry handle and you have this spare scope there. You can easily attach it here. And when you're like, okay, I know I have a scope, I'm just going to search for it. And then you double click on the weapon, you're like, oh, here it is. Let's go for the raid with the MDR. You know what I mean? And you can sell the carry handle if you don't need it. Yeah, okay? So it makes sense. Make space as much as you can, especially if you have a standard account. Then the other very, 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 very big issue or argument, yeah, I would call it problem. The very, very big problem or reason why you should sell and only keep certain things is because you will have to keep certain things is because you are going to be having missions and hideout facilities which are going to be requiring items found in raid and non-found in raid items. Okay, so I've saved, or I've opened some links here for you just to give you an idea of what to keep and what not. So I am here on the wiki. Thank you very much, the guys from the wiki, for doing such an amazing job. Here are the items you have to keep when it comes to missions. Yeah, all this, let me show you again. So file, quest, item, requirements. Yeah, and there are different screenshots here. If I click back, quest items to keep, quest items to keep, filter to in raid, quest line overview. Yeah, you can check this. I'm going to leave the link in the description for you. Okay, so I'm going to go quest items to keep, not filtered in raid. For example, it's just an example. Now, these are a lot of items. And then you may say, bro, I already have a standard account. I don't have this amount of space to keep, to keep all these items. Remember, you can put items into backpacks, into vests, backpacks into backpacks, and so on. Yeah, and also cases when you're going to have enough level or enough money. Now, I would use here my common sense. And my common sense will tell me that something very, very valuable is not very easy to find. Let's just say that, let's just take the example of the bronze lion, for example. Yeah, you see the bronze lion here. Would you find what does your common sense tell you? Would you find a lot of bronze lions? Not. There are some exceptions, like for example, the horse figurine, the cat are pretty common. Decent, I would say. You can find decent amounts of them. But the streamer items, for example, some of them are not that easy to find. So I would keep these ones if you plan to go for the Kappa sometime, but it's not a must because you will be able to find them. Reaching Kappa we're talking about the Kappa container, yeah? We're talking about level 45 or 50. By the time you reach level 45, you're going to have all the items. And if you don't have them, you're going to search for them. Do not worry about these guys necessarily, the Kappa items, yeah? Food, it's pretty easy to find. You don't have to keep it, but you can keep it, because if you don't know the locations where the food can spawn, it's a bit delicate. So I would keep it, but I would not keep water. Water can be bought. Yeah. What else we can talk about? So the things which are valuable, your common sense should tell you that you should keep them. Yeah, but hey, if you are having doubts, that come to my stream or ask me on Discord. Hey, bro, listen, I have found this and this item. Should I keep it? Should I sell it? I'm here. Yeah. You can even write a comment in the comments below, and I'm getting messages when I see comments, so I will reply back. Okay, so the body armor. This is a level 6 body armor that you have to hand over. Two of them actually. It's not easy to find. Keep it if you can. The 3M body armor, for example, it's very, very common, but you have to hand it over at the beginning. So this is the one. Yeah, this is the one this year. So I would keep it. But weapons, exception, there are exceptions. Yeah, I would keep the RSS here. The RSS is not very, very common. If you find it, keep it, because you're going to need it for a mission. But I would do this. Oh, you see, it's complex. I would only do this at the beginning of the wipe, when the weapon goes to up to 1 million or even more. Now there's no need to do that, because you're in the middle of the wipe and your friends can buy it for you, or you can find it, or you can buy it from the flea market if you have access. Headsets, don't keep them. The valuable things which your common sense again tells you to keep, those ones you should keep. The rest of them, like the TOS, for example, the knives, the AK, those things are easy to find. Yeah, usually the bigger things, or the things which are valuable, those are the things, or should be the things which you should keep. You can also do a bit of research, like for example, you have these teapots here. Bro, I found teapots and I have 10 of them. How many do I need? And here it says you need 3. So sell the rest. You need 1 roller, sell the rest. You need 2 vases, sell the rest. You know what I mean? You also have to do a bit of external research and gathering stuff. Okay, so this is regarding missions. Now, very, very, very important chunk of the game if you want to play the game in an immersive way, and this is how I would do it, honestly, the hideout. There are a lot of requirements for the hideout, and I prepared here something very, very beautiful which the community did. I'm gonna tell you Exactly. Updated version by Shadow Draft. Yeah, I talked to him on Reddit and I told him, hey man, listen, that older version you had, it's out of date. Can you please update it? And to my surprise, after a certain time, I saw that he updated it. And he even mentioned me in one of his Reddit comments or so. So there you go. Sorry for the side note there. But here you go. You have this checklist. The only thing that you would have to do is go here to File and then make a copy. And then you're going to have a copy for yourself. Name it however you want. And that one is going to be interactable. So in my case, if I go here to requirements, you're going to see these are all the things that you currently need. This might change in the future. Yeah. You currently need for the Hideout. Yeah. You need 9 pack of nails, 20 pack of screws. Also depends a bit on what version you have. If you have EOD version, then you don't need that amount of nails because you already have the biggest stash possible. You know what I mean? But just take it as a general line. Then here, if you go to modules, this is the beauty of it. It's interactable. So for example, I'm trying to do I'm not going to say Bitcoin farm because you're not going to do it at the beginning. You're going to try to do your first upgrade with the stash. You know that you need 3.5 millions. That's like making money. Yeah, you should definitely do that, especially if you have a standard account. Sell as much as you can. Then I need 2 WDs. Let's just say I have one. You're on the market there. And then instead of 4, you need 3. I need 100. Oh, I found it. There you go. 1, then you need 0. And this will keep track here as well. Yeah, you see here, hand drill. It's not in it anymore. You needed 1. It's there. Okay? Scratched. It's scratched from the list. It's one thing that you don't need to worry about. This thing is fantastic. I recommend it to everyone. Even I do it, yeah, after I've done a lot of account resets and I've been through multiple wipes and so on. I still do it because of the complexity of the Hideout, because of the complexity of the game, and because sometimes we just want to play. You know, I'm gathering some things, I just want to play, and then I go to this item, to this sheet here, and I'm like, okay, let me see what I have. Let me see what I need. And, you know, you do the balance there. So I'm going to be putting the link in the description as well. Do not forget, if it's not interactive, you have to go to File and make a copy for yourself. Then name it however you want, and it will be saved in your Google Sheets. Then you will be able to open it. You can even save it privately if you want to, you know. You will be able to open it and interact with it and check exactly what you have and what you don't have, okay? So very, very important tools. First, the missions, keep only the things which you think, which your common sense is telling you that are very, very rare and very, very big, very bulky, like the tank battery, for example. It's something not easy to find. These things are not easy to find either. The ophthalmoscope, the LEDX, yeah, these things which are fancy or strange or so, you know. That's what my common sense, because I was trying to somehow explain you to explain you what to keep and what not, but the only thing which made reason for me was my common sense, yeah, my compass. Okay, and if you have questions, write a comment down below. Reach me out on Discord. Check my Twitch, where I start daily at 2 p.m. CET. And maybe I'm playing something else, but you can gladly come in and ask me, and I will gladly help you. Yeah. And then regarding the Hideout, here is what you have to keep if you can. If these things are very, very common, PCs, for example, are all over the place in Tarkov. If you need one CPU or so, you can go and find it. But keep also in mind that after reaching level 10, you have access to the flea market. And if you have La Pasta, then you can buy yourself everything, except if it needs to be found in raid. But for Hideout, you don't need found in raid things, yeah, with this status of the game. Okay, so these are the tools. We have talked about stash management and how you should keep it. This is in my opinion, this is my idea, yeah. Maybe you would find a more efficient way at one of the streamers or content creators you are watching, or maybe you come up with a suggestion or so, or with a better plan. Then if so, then leave some comments down below so that more people can learn from you, okay? And that's basically it. Is there something else that we should be talking about? Stash management? I don't think so. That's basically it. Once you get containers and so on, then we can talk about more things. Yeah, but for now, this is what you have, because I am at the beginning. You are going to be at the beginning as well, and this is dedicated for you, the guys who are new at the game, the guys who are looking for a better alternative or a more efficient alternative. Okay, in the next episode, we are going to be talking about more than likely traders, but I am going to prepare a special episode for you guys still before going into the raids, which is going to be called the fundamentals of Escape from Tarkov. There are certain things every player should know before they go into raids, because if not, they're going to do nothing else but increase their frustration, suffer, destroy their keyboards and so on. Now, I'm going to be talking about the fundamentals, maybe in the next video or in the one after the traders. Yeah, so we still have to talk about the traders. We still have to talk about the fundamentals. We still have to talk about preparing for a raid and going for a raid. We still need to talk a bit, but I'm going to talk that during the trader episode. Which trader should you favorize? Which should I level up first? You know, we also need to talk about the big topic, guys. We need to talk about the hideout. That is very, very important. And I only recommend playing the game as the game has been intended, you know, that original vision. Looting, PvPing, PvEing, but also exploring, also doing your missions, also doing your hideout. That's the whole, that's Tarkov. I repeat, with all the respect that I have for my colleagues, streamers and so on, but what you see out there in some of the cases is not Tarkov. Yeah, it's an adaptation of an old game that the guys used to play before and are playing now. Okay, Tarkov is the whole thing, and you're gonna see this in the future when hopefully the devs are going to focus even more on hardcore Tarkov. Yeah, you're gonna see that. I hope that's going to happen, and the devs have not changed their opinion. So if you enjoyed the video, smash the like button. Help me out trying to get back on track with YouTube recommendations, because I see that I'm not there anymore. It's weird, right? So help me out as much as you can, and then I will definitely help you out as much as I can, putting my knowledge to work, and all the videos, hopefully daily videos that I can. I will see you guys on Twitch, where I'm going to be streaming, and like I said, starting at 2 p.m. CET, which is 8 a.m. East. I stream daily except Saturdays, and I will gladly see you there, assist you there if it's possible. Also, do not forget that I am a Sherpa, and you can create tickets in the Sherpa Hub. The link will be in the description as well, where I can personally assist you, or another Sherpa can assist you if you're having problems with certain missions and so on. Yeah, so have a beautiful day. Thank you very much for watching. It was a pleasure doing this for you guys and trying to teach you guys as much as I can. Take care of yourselves. Have a beautiful rest of the day. Bye bye. God bless.